What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you haven't yet or you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, podcasts, you're going to find it right here. So be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. Thanks to you, it's the fastest growing Dodgers YouTube channel in the game. So be sure to tell your friends, tell your family, any Dodger fans you know, tell them to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So today we've got the top Dodgers breakout prospects 2021, big risers in the farm system, and guys that could have an impact at the big league level this season. We got Tim Rogers, the prospect guru himself, Dodgers Nation's own. He also runs a site called Dodgers 2080, which is all about all the top Dodgers prospects, so be sure to go check that out. But we've got a lot of exciting prospects to talk about today, from Zach McKinstry to Josiah Gray to Sheldon Noisy to DJ Peters to Michael Busch, and more guys that you're going to want to know about, guys that have a chance to make an impact at the big league level in 2021, and guys you're just going to want to know about, guys that could be future stars for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But first, let's welcome in Tim Rogers. Go follow him over at SD Dodger. You're not doing this Dodger fandom thing right unless you're following Tim Rogers. Welcome to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, Tim.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So, Tim, we're going to get into some of these prospects. You live in San Diego. Before we get into that, I want to get your opinion on the 2021 San Diego Padres. You live in San Diego. First question is, one, is it hard to sleep in San Diego when the Padres fans have parties after every single win? And then two, do you think the Padres are a real threat to the Dodgers in the NL West this year?
Yeah, I have other reasons I don't sleep, but it's definitely not that. The interesting thing is I work with plenty of Padre fans. They're all pretty mellow. They get it. They're realistic. They realize that what they did last year wasn't a 60 game season, and they realize that the Dodgers excel at a full season. And the Padres, they already started, slacking off, not slacking off, that's the wrong term, but they started going downhill a bit. Tatis stopped hitting. The pitchers started, the Lamet and Clevenger fell apart. They weren't going to come back for the rest of the year. So they were, I had predicted last year they'd have 85 wins. I think this year they're going to have either 85 or 100 wins. I mean, if everything clicks for them and everyone repeats that they did what they did last year over a full season, okay, then they're going to give they might win 100 and they'll still be 10 games or 15 games behind the Dodgers.
So let's start with Zach McKinstry. So last spring, McKinstry was killing it before the shutdown, and this year he could play a big role for the Dodgers. With the departure of Kiké Hernandez, he can be that super utility guy to replace that. He can play multiple positions in the infield. He's a guy that's going to hit for contact. And I think he's going to give you those good, consistent major league at-bats. He's added power throughout the years. He knows how to use the whole field. Now, Tim, will Zach McKinstry be that super utility guy for the Dodgers in 2021? Is he the left-handed version of Kiké Hernandez, and why could he be an upgrade?
To be honest, I think the only thing holding him back is that he does bat left-handed, and because they have so many other lefties in the lineup. But his versatility, it's going to be very hard to match what Kiké did on defense. Dude is fantastic. He played above average at 5 different positions. So props to Kiké, and he's a family favorite. But McKinstry, though, what he brings, I like what he brings to the plate. He uses all the fields. Kiké, he's a self-admitted dead pull hitter, and he's trying to jack it out, and that's good for him. He'll probably hit quite a few bombs in Fenway with that green monster. But McKinstry sprays the ball. He's got, better feel for the zone. He's going to be that guy that comes, he comes up in the late innings, and he's going to probably put the bat on the ball. He's not going to strike out, trying to do whatever. He's going to come in and he's going to give you a good at-bat and strike out with a lot less frequency.
And then talk to me about Josiah Gray. He's probably the guy I'm most excited about in the Dodgers farm system, currently ranked as the team's top prospect. He's got that electric four-seam fastball, just overpowers hitters. You've already seen a big uptick in velo since joining the Dodgers organization. He's got that nice spin on his slide piece. Wasn't his best showing in his first spring training action, giving up that home run, had that walk, but he did show that stuff. He got the 2 big punch-outs. Tim, what do you expect from Josiah Gray in 2021, and what does he need to do to get to the next level?
I mean, it's obviously going to be tough for him to break into the rotation at the beginning of the year. the guys like Josiah and, a lot of these guys, they missed all that time last year. The alternative site was, was the best they could do. That's still not what is necessary. I expect to see him get plenty of growth down in AAA. I do expect him, though, to get some type of call up, maybe for a doubleheader in July or August or something like that, get his feet wet. The poise is there. The stuff is getting there. He's, like we discussed earlier, he's still new to pitching. And the fact that he has such command, after only pitching just a few years, is to me is amazing. If you haven't done it, pitching is really hard. I was terrible at it. It's a very hard thing to do, and to get up and throw strikes and be consistent. And for him to just keep developing, I still think there's probably even more velocity.
Wow.
The Dodgers they find these ways to get more velocity.
And then this next guy is one of the guys you just love to root for the Dodgers. He's the hometown hero. He's from Glendora, California, DJ Peters. So Peters so far this spring, he's 3 for 6 with a home run, 2 ribbies, 3 walks so far. In 2019, he had 241, had 11 home runs in Double-A action. We know he's got the power, but can he consistently hit big league pitching? He's a very athletic guy, but the only question is, can he become a more consistent hitter? Now, Tim, do you think that DJ Peters could be a power right-handed bat coming off the bench for the Dodgers this season?
I like him. He's an athlete. He's a big dude, and he does take some big cuts and some big whiffs. But if you watch him, the guy can play any outfield position and play it well. He can run. He can't. It's just a matter of more bat to ball contact. But, he's a guy that could come in, to be honest, I'd probably rather have him in left field at the end of the game than Pollock. And Pollock's not too bad. He's had his issues, it seems like, but I think he's gotten better. But Peters is, he is relatively fast. You see him make some plays out there, and he can play center. And who knows, they're slow rolling Cody. Maybe that gives Peters a little more of a chance to get started. I do see him finally making his debut, so Glendora will be happy that happens, and so will I. He's a guy that you root for, and from all indications, he's a really good dude.
And the next, Alex Vessia. So the Dodgers picked him up when they traded Dylan Floro to the Miami Marlins. He's a lefty, doesn't throw high velocity, but he's got a crazy vertical movement on his stuff. Some of his stuff is straight filthy. Will Alex Vessia be a part of the Dodgers bullpen this season, Tim?
With Vessia, it's another lefty. I think he's the guy that will battle with Alexander for a spot. We know Victor Gonzalez is the stud lefty out of the bullpen. And to be honest, I look at the team's loaded with righties. If somehow Jimmy Nelson, who did look pretty decent the other day or last night, or Brandon Morrow are coming out, I don't care what hand they throw with. I just need Victor as a lefty. At least to begin the season. Vesey, though, some of those things you saw, when he was traded to the Dodgers, some of that movement on the left-handed stuff. He's not throwing, 99. Yeah. He's throwing, 92, 93, but
not a flamethrower.
Moves. And as an old coach, coached one of the kids' travels teams a long time ago, said, he goes, I love left-handers. They get people out. And it seems like that could be Vessia. He might be that type of guy.
And the next, Sheldon Noisy. So the Dodgers, they got Sheldon Noisy in that Adam Kolarek trade. He's got nice raw power. He's got a big arm. He can give you that positional versatility in the infield. You saw that throw he made the other day, a straight cannon at the hot corner. Strikeouts have been an issue for him, a very high K percentage, 32% in 2018. So you hope he improves that play discipline with the Dodgers. But Tim, what will it take for Sheldon Noisy to make some noise with the Dodgers this season?
I think it was a really good acquisition. Anytime you can get a medium level prospect, in the top 30, and Kolarek did a good job for a loogie, basically. I think that's a really good move. But Noisy, the right-handed power is a big deal. Friedman talked about wanting some right-handed power. I think that the difference between Noisy and McKinstry, that could be a determining factor, is the right-handed bat. We already have Beatty on the bench, right? That's he doesn't, he plays a lot of positions, but not his best position is hitter, as he self admits. And Noisy can play all sorts of different positions also. I think he's more still of an infielder. But that's the only thing I think could see him knocking McKinstry off is if they just feel way too out of balance.
And next, I want to talk about a right-handed pitching prospect that you're very high on, Ryan Pepio. He's got that filthy changeup. He's got a plus breaking ball. He can throw cheddar. Tim, could Pepio be the Dodgers' biggest riser in the farm system this season?
I had predicted we'd see him in AAA and that he'd be a top 10 right-handed prospect by the end of the year. You look at him, he's a big kid. And to have a changeup like that at this level, at that age, that's remarkable. I mean, I had an interview with him, and he said he basically taught himself how to throw that thing. So it's quite amazing. But he just looks like a classic right-handed stud starter. And I think he will make AAA. And who knows what will happen? Put it this way: if Pepio comes up to the Dodgers in 2021, it's because he was really just killing it, or someone got hurt. So let's hope he's killing it. We do see him, but it definitely AAA. I can see that. I wouldn't even be surprised if he started there, which would be quite a leap from Great Lakes. But last year he would have started at Rancho. He would have gone to AA by the middle of the season, and then would have been probably starting maybe this year at AA. But the strides he's made, the reports. I mean, Fangraphs did put him as the number 6 Dodger prospect, which I was really happy to see, because it's like, hey, someone gets it. I think everyone was pretty blown away with what they saw with his changeup yesterday.
And the last guy I want to ask you about today is Michael Busch. So the Dodgers' first-round pick in 2019, he's got that fluid swing. He looks like a future hitting machine. What do you want to see from Michael Busch in 2021?
I want to see him hit more now. I want to see more at-bats. Start this guy, man. I really want to see him. We've seen some glimpses, and we've seen it's a beautiful swing. For some reason, most left-handers look better than right-handers when they swing. I don't know why, but his is right up there with one of the tops, aesthetically looking swing. Again, another guy that can spray the ball around, but with more power, than like a McKinstry. I think, to be honest, in a couple of years he's our starting left fielder. I think that's where he heads. They try to work him at second. That's fine. Get him as versatile as possible. They're using the Max Muncy model, but he's going to get there with his hitting. He's not a bad athlete, though. That's why they're trying him for these other positions. But I'm excited about it.
But thanks again for rocking with us, Mr. Tim Rogers. Go follow him on Twitter at SD Dodger. We appreciate all the prospect knowledge, the prospect guru. Go check out his website, Dodgers 2080. Like I said, you're not doing this Dodger fandom thing right unless you're following Tim Rogers. But thanks again, Tim. We'll catch up with you some point soon. But let me know down below in the comments section, will Zach McKinstry be an upgrade to Kiké Hernandez? Give me an upgrade if he is, or give me a downgrade if he won't be. What do you think about Josiah Gray? Does he have the potential to be a future top 3 starter for the Dodgers? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. And then finally, who will end up having a better career? Will it be Michael Busch, or will it be Gavin Lux? Let me know down below in the comments section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. If you're new to the channel or you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel for all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, podcasts, interviews. You're going to find it right here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation gear, head over to gearup.la. For all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.